Greetings, barflies.
Yo, you already know
we
what
have
it is.
an episode for the ages.
Episode of the ages.
I mean, at least for this season. This is actually going to be our last episode before Questions from the Barflies.
I was like, wait, what? The penultimate, I think it's called.
Right.
Right? Because it's right before. Isn't penultimate right before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at us, knowing words.
Vocab.
That's right. But before we go any further into that, it is I, Big Dan.
Big Dan.
Rodan.
Rodan.
Coming at you live from the 215, your comic book connoisseur, your sommelier of sci-fi and superheroes, here to welcome you to another episode of the Blerd Bar, My Barflies. How you doing? That's right. They call me Nopeske. You know why?
I bet you're going to tell us.
I am. An ugly face in the body of a pig.
Some might say it never gets old.
It never gets old.
But
I am, as you can see, never by myself, because if I was, you would call the police. To my right, your left, we're going to go down the line here. I think that's just the easiest way to do it.
yeah.
We have Mr. Vibe Checks himself.
You.
Talk to him.
From the trash podcast. No, I'm kidding. Non-existent.
He speaks the truth. He speaks the truth.
I'm kidding. But yeah, it's your boy J-Rod back again. Yeah, happy to be back, and I'm excited for the episode.
Twice in a season, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we must really like you.
Do you?
They like me. They really like me.
I'm like, what that nigga J-Rod doing? He ain't doing shit. Call his ass.
Flip the table.
But you know what's really great? We have the OG Barfly.
What?
The OG Barfly.
Yeah.
That is you?
I mean, technically.
Not me.
I mean,
You.
yeah.
Our A1 Day One.
I mean, yeah.
From Muvioes podcast.
Muvioes.
Talk to him.
Yes. Keith Small from Muvioes Podcast, LLC now. Whoa.
Hey, you
That's
ready?
hard.
Spank
I
on
can't
it.
believe this.
Bangers.
It's hard.
Call me
Yeah.
bangers.
So, yeah. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Cut it.
right now I'm not
I didn't want to play the whole
I'm not cursing
way.
out people of other races and stuff like that. I'm going to be here yapping it up with my buddies at the Blerd Bar.
I mean,
Yeah.
we don't really cuss out other races here. I mean, it's black first, obviously, because we're a Blerd Bar. But, you know, we're pretty inclusive.
That's
Here.
I mean
I never-
Until it's like Rachel Dolezal.
I was about to
Daryl
say, I
Johnson.
never cussed out Rachel Dolezal. I just.
No.
Daryl Johnson be messing up though.
I mean, if we wanted somebody to
I mean,
like go after like Ben Shapiro or like Tucker Carlson,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan,
that's
they're-
low. That's
they're
low.
low hanging
We're
fruit.
better than that.
We are.
Way better.
I mean, yeah. You know what would be funny though? I feel like we would make it if like there was a clip that Ben Shapiro just played and it was just like he came after me for no reason. And I'm like,
That would be so dope.
and I'm like, we made it.
we like, well,
And it's just, you know, a simple fact we don't like you, but that we're among the masses. So
you know what though? I also just don't listen to him. I just recognize it that he's one of those people that say like crazy stuff.
You know, he
know what
doesn't.
I mean? Like,
he
it's just-
he's on the opposite side of logic, and so that's
That
it. May
makes
not
sense.
necessarily be crazy because to somebody it makes sense.
Sure.
Like to somebody else it makes sense, right?
Sure.
But he's just on the opposing side of logic.
Yeah, I just
You
I try to
know, look at
watch
me.
Fox
I'm being
News,
diplomatic here,
and it's just-
saying like semi nice things, but not really
Mhm.
because I don't like you. But last but not least, the hawk from the heavens.
Hey guys, it's quiet.
Talk to him, Jayhawk.
Tis I, hailing from the land of sake, shinobi, and samurai. The boy is Godzilla personified. Ain't no other name but this to go by. It's your boy Jayhawk. No, you
Oh,
got
I'm sorry, you got the sound effect.
that one.
always feel the urge.
I thought he
To
was
do
the
it.
Now we gotta do the shank sound effect.
Nani?
No,
But it's
not. You messed
There
it
it
up. Okay.
As you can see, we always miss Sterling.
Yeah,
He would have that right. He would have got it right the first time.
he would have.
But here we are. As always, Sterling, we miss you, buddy. Can't wait for you to come back.
How have you
how
guys
y'all
been?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been good, kind of.
Jeez.
I mean, you guys know, like, I probably should have been here like a little while ago. But
Where? True.
yeah, just, you know, surviving another round of COVID.
Yeah.
But
Aren't we all?
my immune system. Oh, yeah, I'm cool.
Oh man.
Don't worry, I didn't show up and like.
I'm like,
I thought he was like, oh
I'm
no.
next. I'm good.
I thought he was, oh no.
Backs, wax,
and
blowing
I
out
gotta
backs.
go.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
But no, busy March.
Him just showing up like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here to kill all y'all. He's just be like, what?
Just screaming. How y'all
Just
doing?
throw away this mic.
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of it.
Pilgrims round 2.
Busy March, but other than that, I'm in a new space. I just moved. But other than that, yeah, I'm just excited to be here because I'm excited about today's topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna give it away just yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet.
Keith, how we doing, man?
I mean, I'm doing lovely.
Yeah?
Birthday next week.
Ooh.
Hey, birthday
You know.
boy.
Got
You gotta let the applause
no
play
respect
out.
here. I gets no respect.
It's like
It's a long ass button. All right, just
so.
All right, see,
All right.
it worked.
all
Okay.
right, fine.
Yeah.
If we're here for it,
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
You were just kind of like,
Does it multiply if you
No.
keep it? Oh, okay.
You can set it up that way,
Really?
but we
Where it's
set
just
it
like
up.
an echo effect?
Oh,
Yeah, we
man.
set it up so
Did
that
a
we
start
just
and stop.
Yeah.
I don't think
My bad.
that'd be a good idea though.
Not yet.
To do that
Until we get the air horn on there.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
One day
Beat button too. That'd be awesome.
we could do a beat button too. But
Beat button would be awesome. But
Yeah.
yeah, got funny things going on like Lucky Day going on this week, concert on Friday. Yeah, just stuff to get my head out of the news and all of the chaos that I'm seeing and the sadness.
it's
So
real.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. We'll try not to bring you down with any of that. But
With real life.
yeah,
Oh,
we try
God.
to we try to suspend it at least for a little bit as long as we can.
For 45 recorded minutes.
At least they go over. Who knows?
How are you doing, Dan?
How am I doing? I'm not even going front with y'all. I feel a little bit better than I did a week ago. And the
That's
week
good.
before that. I've actually been getting a little bit more sleep.
Hey.
good.
We figured out something.
He ain't a guest.
I'm not a guy. I live here. Finally getting the girls on like a sleep schedule, which I know is not permanent, but like for this window of space, it's like
You don't think it'll be permanent?
no. I still have another child that has to turn 2. She ain't there
I
yet.
see what you
She's
mean.
not even
okay.
1.
Okay.
So,
Fair enough.
but yeah, it's at the cost of my back. But I sit on the floor, sitting there for about 30 minutes to an hour, kind of just like
You should get one of those foam roller joints.
you making suggestions like I ain't already thought about this stuff. There's foam. There's like a mattress in there sometimes. It's not comfortable. Anyway, yeah, still watching The Expanse. Trying to get through Elden Ring. I play maybe once a week, just because like between work and fatherhood and husbandry, not husbandry because husbandry would be like going out to the vines, and, clipping grapes.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but husbandhood, I guess, would be what I should have said. Marriage life. It is what
There
it
it
is.
is. There
Here
you
we go.
We'll take that
We
one.
found it.
Clipping grapes.
Grapes already been
We
clipped.
out here clipping grapes.
I mean, listen.
Yeah, but I get up early for work because now I'm like back in the office. They were like, hey, COVID's kind of chilling out. And
How about you get your ass back in?
so, well, no, I got a new role, so it requires me to be there. But other than that, life is it's on the upswing at the moment.
That's great.
Nice.
That's great to hear.
Yeah, the cynicism in me says I can't wait for the downward spiral. That always happens, but I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I actually got some things I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, before you do that, you have a wedding coming up.
Yeah.
I have some things I want to talk about.
Just
But
cut him.
I'm like segueing into that because I say that all to say this will be before we do our questions from the Barflies episode. This is the last episode
This is the last
because you got wedding stuff coming up
yes.
that I'm a part of. So
Yes.
I'm like, we gotta
Handle
Blerd Bar got to be like, see you on the next season.
that.
Yeah.
Live at the wedding.
We might.
People keep making jokes about that. People gonna get kicked out.
I'm
wouldn't
not
kick-
getting kicked out.
I wouldn't kick you out. I'm just saying you might. People might.
I ain't scared.
Okay. Cool.
I ain't never scared.
So yeah, that's happening. But also,
Right.
I keep seeing these clips of Mob Psycho 100 an anime, and I started watching season 1, and I was like, I don't get it. And then I just keep seeing these clips. Like, is it hot though? Like,
I mean, it comes from the same studio as One Punch Man.
does it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I might give it a good try.
I hear that it gets better.
That and like I don't know how invested do I got to be until like
I think it's not an anime that you have to watch to like be deeply invested in. Just let it play.
if I'm watching it, I probably gotta pay attention.
I
There are a
guess.
few things that I can watch that I'm
Some
just like,
animes you can be just like let it play.
Just let it play in the background. Just like Friends or something.
Sometimes.
I haven't met that anime.
Okay.
I also like that's not what I watch anime for, right? So
Right.
like it's a bit different.
I'm that way with comic books.
See,
I get it.
bringing that along, Spy X Family is
I want
actually
to start.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
It's only what 2 episodes.
2
out?
episodes in, yeah, as of this recording.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm excited to see where it goes. One that I'm not really enjoying is the second season of The Rising of the Shield Hero.
I heard
It's
a lot of disappointing stuff.
I think I'm
I'm
just
sorry, we're talking over y'all. but-
No, you're
Okay.
good. I'm getting good information.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
getting
it's
stuff to
just
watch.
Exactly.
I'm making a list, checking it twice.
Right.
I think I'm just too old for the harem. Like, now for me, summer. Like, I think it's not for me anymore. Like, I'm hoping that it gets good later on, but like as of right now, it's pretty mid.
I think fan service after a while can't drive a story.
And it's not even like fan service. It's just that like, I don't care, and it's not giving me cool enough stuff to like care anymore.
Yeah.
So there's that. I've been watching a Black Lady sketch show.
Which has been great. It's been great.
That's like really like I was late to the party, and
I feel like I tried to put y'all on and y'all weren't like on it. Like, y'all
Really?
weren't- Yeah,
I don't remember that
I used to
text.
send y'all clips
uh,
in like the messages, but y'all was just
See, I wish I wouldn't know y'all back then. I would have tried to put you on too, because that was
yeah, it hits.
yeah. Robin Thede is like hilarious.
And you know what's crazy? This first season, Quinta was on,
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
and you know,
Yeah.
she's doing her killing it. Right?
yeah. So like, I
Philly stand up.
the outtakes are sometimes like even more funnier than like what they actually liked, but like it's great. Through Hulu, I've been watching Living Single from like episode 1. I'm only on episode
That's on Hulu right now.
3 or 4 right now, and it's not like it's dated by like what they're wearing and how not even how they're talking, but like what they're wearing is definitely like this is a 90s show. But like other than that, it's still like
It holds
Relevant.
up.
it holds up, and I'm
Relevancy.
like, huh.
Well, I feel like if Friends holds up, Living Single should be holding
So
up.
well, here's the thing. So I watch Friends. So like I watched Friends growing up, and I never really watched Living Single. So like for me, it's like yes, it would probably hold up, but like that's because like it's my childhood.
Right.
But like Living Single, I'm actually surprised because I didn't really like watch it like that. So
I'm
I'm
sorry
like,
to hear that, man.
huh.
Yeah, let me see.
But I'm happy to hear that at the
Sorry.
same time.
welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Blackport.
We've been expecting it. Waiting a long time for this.
Getting my stamp in my Blackport. It's fine. Janelle Monáe has a sci-fi book coming out.
Yeah?
Actually, it came out today.
Really?
And it's like a bunch of, it's kind of like an anthology kind of thing. Like there's a bunch of little different stories, and she teamed up with a bunch of authors and whatnot. So like she called it like a mixtape.
Oh,
like,
side note, real quick. The Audacious Black Femme also has a book out
hey,
and available on Amazon. The link
Hey.
will be in the description.
hey, there you go.
Gotta cop that.
Got to make sure we,
Yeah.
shout out the homies.
Shout out the homies
Support
and,
black
and
business.
big time
Yeah.
peoples. If you Janelle Monáe's sci-fi book is called The Memory Librarian. So that's like the name of the first story, but like I guess that's what she also titled the book. Pusha T has a new album coming out.
He does.
Entitled
lit.
It's Almost Dry. Comes out April 22nd. I listened to Neck and Wrist earlier today. I was never like a Pusha T fan, only because like I never like just listened to him. But I've never been disappointed when I heard his stuff. Like, and Neck and Wrist is just more of that. Like,
he's like lyrically top tier, top shelf.
He and his brother.
Yeah.
They're just amazing.
And speaking on that, Kendrick Lamar also has a.
I wish we had the
out.
air horn button just to be like,
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, and that comes out May 13th. So
I'm excited.
Highly excited for that. So
5 years.
That's how I'm doing.
That actually makes me sad because I'm pretty sure you guys heard about the J. Cole retiring.
Yeah, I hear that's a rumor though.
I believe it's a rumor.
From Dreamville. I mean, I hope it's a rumor.
It has not been confirmed because he hasn't said it yet.
Yeah.
But you know,
I can't believe that.
it is also J. Cole, right? Like,
Hasn't he retired like 3 times?
No, he's talked about retiring.
right? He's talked about it.
like
Never did.
2017, I think he was talking about it.
And
Isn't he a baller now?
No, he used to be for like I think it was like 5 games or 3 games or something like that.
And then he just quit?
in the
J. Cole.
African League, I think so.
He's doing so much.
Okay.
So
It's J. Cole.
And then everyone was like kind of conning him.
he still has to put out the fall off.
Yeah, he has, and then It's a Boy. He has all of these planned albums that like there's no way he's retiring.
Or he does because it's Jermaine Cole. Like,
All right,
No.
he's not. He does not subscribe to the
To the
rap
norm.
game.
Yeah, he doesn't.
In the way that everybody else does. Like
yeah.
him,
So, like-
Kendrick.
But you know
Like
that,
they're not.
But you know that retirement is always just like a word that they throw around. Like,
Of course, like Adele retired at one point, and then we
I
were
feel
like,
like if it is serious, no more than a year, and it's because like they're
Should
just
it be
too
called sabbatical?
but I think we should allow people to do that.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like, at least
Yeah.
celebrities, because when it comes to the point where you like held them to a standard for so long, that either can wear on them personally or at the same time, like they could just be like
Tired.
J. Cole and just be like, I don't really care either which way. I was doing art because I was making art, and then you stop making art when it no longer is something that you feel like doing. Picasso did it. Da Vinci did it. Like they just stopped. At one point, they just stopped.
Didn't they like die though?
No, they died at some point, but like,
didn't one dude cut his ear
listen,
off?
Yeah,
right. But to that point, at the same time, right? Like they just stopped.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like they died because they didn't stop because they died. They just stopped doing art at some point.
Did they?
Who's to say? But I would make that argument that artists, when you really care about the art, you can literally start and stop whenever you feel like it. And it's not you're not being held to the standard of like you got to turn this in by Friday and drop this bop, for the masses.
It's like YouTube creators. Burnout.
Burnout is real.
Yeah.
We know the truth. We out here. So, I think we should just let it happen. At the same time, we're allowed to feel sad about it, but at the same time,
I'm gonna mourn that.
But I feel like it would always. It's only going to be temporary. Just like Logic did it last year or 2 years ago, where he's like, "All right, I'm retiring." Throughout his entire album, he was talking about like how he's going to be so happy and just walked away. He drops an album a year later. Like you didn't, and then now he's coming out with another one like pretty soon. So I feel like it's just the love for.
It's the point of inspiration.
Yeah, it's the love
if
of
you
the
get
art.
inspired to
Yeah,
do something, you want.
and that's why I feel like it's definitely going to be temporary if he actually does do it.
I think it should be called a new name. Just say like, hey, I'm
Chilling.
gonna step back. Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm taking a sabbatical. I'm taking vacation.
Or maybe Logic just felt like he had to release something because everybody else released some albums from Maryland were just trash, and he was just like, no, I gotta pick that back up.
That's funny because it's like I guess the fact that they're trash, I had no idea anyone else from Maryland was releasing anything.
See, Corday,
Wait,
he's from Maryland.
what, you think his last album was trash?
Oh no,
That's not this podcast.
I know.
It kind of is, but it also isn't. Like that's
Great
hilarious.
segue though.
Yeah.
All
wait.
this music talk. Go ahead.
Do you want to go down the rabbit hole?
Oh, we got it down the rabbit hole. Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, so this comes from season 3, episode 9. Do you think we need a sound for down the rabbit hole?
Maybe.
Time to go down the rabbit hole.
Let us know before the next season starts. We might find that.
Yeah.
Not Time to Go Down the Rabbit. That sounds really Blues Cluesy.
It does.
That's kind of
But
like
I like
awesome.
it.
Yeah. And then you got that.
Yay, see? There it is.
All right, we'll stitch this together and make a sound out
If
of
I was
it.
a louder whistler, it would work. Out.
No, it's fine.
Oh, goodness. All right, so we're going down the rabbit hole. This comes from season 3, episode 9, from Jillian, who reps the bots Blerd on the Street.
Shout out to Blerd on the Street.
Yeah. Our sister podcast, also in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. She says, "Did you know Jeremy Renner had an app?"
Yes.
Yeah.
You didn't know? I had no idea. I looked into this.
This
I
was.
didn't-
it
All right,
was-
I'm about to
Yeah.
learn you something, young
Okay.
blood.
Did you also know he had an album out?
I remember you
That
telling
I
me
knew.
about that, but like I didn't know he had a whole app. So
It was a really weird time for him.
this,
Yeah.
He's just going through some stuff.
He was going through a lot of stuff during that app phase of his life.
goodness.
Anyway, sorry.
so this was an app where Jeremy Renner could connect directly with his fans. His words. The app promised to users access to exclusive photographs, music, contests, live streams, and more. Users could collect and buy stars that determined their place in a global ranking of fans. After quite a few individuals started popping up as fake Renners and began sowing chaos in quotation marks and finding ways to manipulate the app, Jeremy asked the developers, EscapeX, to shut it down and refund money to anyone who had purchased stars. That's kind of like the TLDR of it. But yeah, so he had an app. He wanted to connect with his fans more. And then people came in who didn't like him and was just like, I don't know,
for the
just
30 people
effing his
who
stuff up.
Bought the app, right?
I mean, it seemed like it was a good amount of people.
For the 30 people, I said what I said. For the 30
Excuse me,
anybody-
32.
Big Dan
Right.
was one of the fake Renners running around.
Probably, right? I feel like anybody who watched Born Legacy immediately like bought the app and then like uninstalled it. Like App Store, give me my money back. And App Store was like,
You see,
It was just it's funny because I guess this was at a time before like he would not do like OnlyFans, but surely there is something that he could have done better.
See,
Patreon,
Even
like
a cameo or something.
OnlyFans platform the initial intent was to do it like that,
Mm.
to engage your fan base in that way. For whatever reason, it went.
because the human race is the human race.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey
If
man,
if
a check
wanna
is a
put
check.
price right. If you want to put a price tag on your
$20.
photo gallery, you know what I
Blerd
mean?
Bar OnlyFans coming to you live. Not really.
You will soon be married. I'm already married. The only thing that will happen on OnlyFans is a whole lot of nothing.
I mean, we could be reading comics.
Ooh, barefoot.
There's a market for everyone.
There's a market for it. Barefoot with our feet in oatmeal.
While eating,
There's somebody out here.
while eating ice cream.
Or eating ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
telling kids to stop running or stop hitting each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like fussing at them while you read. There's somebody out there that's
When-
kind of like,
there is
so left.
actually.
yeah.
So yeah,
$100 per video.
that's down the rabbit hole. Let's get out of here. And tell you what we're talking about.
Help me.
So, today we are talking about blerds and music, and how music has helped shape us, how music continuously shapes us. I mean, you just heard our whole rant about, J. Cole and all that other stuff.
Don't leave us, Jermaine Cole. Don't leave.
Don't leave.
So I wanted to start off with saying or asking, how important is music to you when watching like anything, whether it be a movie, whether it be show, anime, like whatever it is, like how important is music to you guys?
I mean, unless I'm playing a game where I have to make sure that nobody's creeping up behind me, like music is blasting. I need to be in the zone. I need to especially if I'm playing something like, I don't know, Elden Ring, and like I'm fighting something that I'm used to fighting, and I just want to run around and just cause havoc. Like the giants that walk around smashing everything. You know, I have to play my Linkin Park and just destroy everything, like slashing everyone's ankles.
Do you ever find like a track in Elden Ring that you're like, this actually bops? Like for me, I didn't even play it, but I think it was like the Rivers of White Run or the White Run Rivers on Elder Scrolls, Skyrim. Yeah. I was like, this slaps. It's like not like a banger. It's actually kind of emo, but I like it a lot. So do you ever find tracks? Enough about me.
In the end.
Do you ever find tracks like within the game that you're like, I'm gonna like let this play?
Not since like Streets of Rage 2.
Really?
Yeah, like it's been a long time since I found like music in the game that's like really that.
What? Street Fighter Alpha?
First of all, y'all didn't even say the real one.
What, Sonic?
Like at one
Mario.
point, Sonic had like a Michael Jackson track on there.
I was about to say the rumor
was
that
Sonic 3.
Michael Jackson produced that soundtrack.
No, even the casino level on the first.
It's definitely inspired. 100%, it's inspired.
And crazy
But,
inspired.
yeah, the rumor that he was actually like an executive producer or whatever on that track, it's highly probable. I would love that for that to be true. R.I.P.
Right. What was the question? Because I feel like we went.
Sorry,
we
we did one, and then it was like two. Yeah. How important is music to you when you're like playing a video game or watching something?
I mean, music is important to me 24/7. I think. Yes. Like if I can have music on, I'm gonna have music on.
That's real.
It depends on the mood. You know, obviously, like if you're a music nerd, and I feel like all of us here are somewhere on that spectrum. Like it's just like. I could have a crappy day and just find some metal to throw on, or like find some 2000s pop punk, and just be like, yeah, I'm here. My Chemical Romance.
That's your anger music?
It's a decompression music.
Okay.
Like I'm not. I don't think I ever like the only time I get angry is like Tupac. Yeah, like for real. I don't want to ever be in the presence of me listening to Tupac or like 90s hip hop because I might swing on somebody.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody to catch his hands real quick.
So we hear Ambitions of a Rider. We should just
right
time. We reached the end of the episode.
Like, but then like I have my 80s vibes, which are probably the most constant, and then I have like the alternative. AJR and John Bellion and all those.
John Bellion. Oh my
God. This could obviously be a longer episode.
Oh, it would. Yeah.
But it depends on the mood. And growing up, like I grew up in a sheltered house where like gospel was all we heard. But then I
smooth jazz. Did you get smooth jazz?
No.
WJJ.
Any of that.
Oh,
106.
I'm so sorry.
At one point, the house was the radio at like after 8:00 would go on like 106.9. Like the first 10 years of my life, I didn't even know what FM was. Like that's how.
Just 1060 and.
I accidentally found Radio Disney on 6:40 a.m. and I was like,
Radio Disney.
I used to hide it, and I was like,
I won a prize from them once.
Huh?
I called in to Radio Disney. Won a prize.
That's crazy.
What'd you get?
I think it was like a scuba thing of like it looked like a shark, right? So like the goggles and like a fin,
I'm like,
and then like
Lava Girl and Shark Boy.
No, maybe something like that, but like it wasn't out yet.
Oh,
So
whoops.
But yeah, no, like, what happened was Kurt Franklin showed up and like just
Stomp
on Radio Disney.
No, I'm just saying like in gospel music.
What your
and
mama
then,
say?
Like,
Stomp.
he started turning into
What your sister say?
Stomp. All my brothers say. Everybody say.
GP, are you with me?
Right.
Oh yeah, me and Jamaica.
Okay,
You
see where we went? Like this is a problem. But no, like he turns into this weird like gateway of like recognizing samples from other music. And my parents, like they were part of that generation at the time. They were just like, I don't know if we should be listening to Kurt Franklin. And then like they inadvertently would start to say like tracks that he was sampling from. They were like, "This is such and such from the '70s," and I was like, "I want to hear it. I want to hear that song." And then music is music to me. I do understand like it can influence things, but at the same time, like,
I mean, that's why you listen to certain things at certain times. Like when I broke up with a girl at one point in time, it was like Lil Wayne was hot, and so like his mixtapes, I was like, I'm gonna feel these feelings. I'm gonna cuss a bitch out though.
you were feeling that How to Love a little too hard.
Nah, not that. It was like the drought. Like I was like, I am not.
I'm me. I'm me.
Weezy F baby.
Yeah, So
I get what you're saying.
everybody processes feelings different.
Yeah.
Hey, I was like the opposite. I was like Evanescence.
I get dark.
Flyleaf.
Like when I get upset, it's like the music that you don't want to hear me listen to is Marilyn Manson or DMX.
DMX,
I'm like,
I feel like DMX should always be
destroying
on someone's like red flag.
yeah,
It's
Like
not
if you got
everybody's FBI agent. Hey, you hear DMX?
you just hear trumpet twins. You're like, wait a minute.
It's not up in game.
Like bosses start saying, "Hey,
It's what you hearing.
call out."
R.I.P.
That's what you hearing.
Earl Simmons.
Somebody just start. You're like,
I love that.
what was the next question?
All right.
We lingered on this one too long.
Can you name a few pieces of work where the music took things to another level? Like you were digging it, like you were digging it, and then like a track plays, and it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it directly correlates to the hoodie I'm wearing right now. It's saying Cudi Saves. He's just my all-time favorite just music artist, not like rap, hip-hop, or trip-hop, or whatever people identify him as. But it was his... it's between his debut mixtape and Man on the Moon Part 1.
That was great.
So it's hard because like when I first heard of him, it was just like a track. My friend just was, "Oh, have you heard this song? It was called Maui Wowie." And then I listened to that whole mixtape. I was like, "Whoa, this guy's like," he was completely different at the time in like 08, 09. No, 07. I think it was like 07. But anyway, I'm just probably gonna have to go with Man on the Moon, The End of Day. And I was already like pretty much like a Kid Cudi. Not a stan, not weird like that, but there's some weird stans out there. But definitely a Kid Cudi like Ear Cudi. Definitely like a Kid Cudi mega fan. So it's like when I was listening to that album for the first time, and then it got to what's the track? Cudi Zone. And it was just something so just as the best way I can describe it that comes to mind. It was just like magical. And it starts off with this like synthesizer, and it just sounds like you're like taking off. And I mean that's his whole vibe too, like outer space, the moon. And so it just like the opening of that track it has like violins, it's like this synthesizer beat, and then once you start hearing like the lyrics, he's kind of like just talking about like what's going on in his mind at all time. And I was 19 or 2, I think I was 20 when I heard this album for the first time. And little did I know, I was just like, oh, like I completely understand that like there's something going on in my head. I just had no idea. And the way that he's talking about it being like super vulnerable, but at a very like the song is very fast paced. It's an upbeat type song, but like that's the thing about like Kid Cudi. He doesn't really disguise it, but I want to say in his early days, he was kind of like disguising a lot of like the troubles that like he was that he was going through in a very like upbeat way, so that you kind of, it wasn't like sad and somber.
He slipped it in there.
Yeah, he had his songs for that, especially on that album as well, like Pursuit of Happiness, very sad, very somber, but also hopeful. But Cudi Zone specifically, and that's still like top 3 songs for me like all time, and plus like he closes his concerts with that song too, and it actually just makes me tear up all the time. But that song is what like transcended that album for me, to be like, it made me realize things about myself, and then I connected to it on like a different level. And the fact that I was like so much younger, that's what it'll always hold, like, number 1, number 2, somewhere in that top 3 space in my heart is like favorite albums of like all time because of just the way that he was able to convey different emotions along with a relatively new sound that's like kind of like known well. Like, well, he kind of, in my opinion, inspired the sound that a lot of kids are doing like today. So,
Of course.
like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Man on the Moon, End of Day. If you ever listen to it, you're dumb. No, I'm kidding.
This is Justin's last podcast. But,
I'm joking.
I mean, when you go to Cudi and like his first album, like if you take away the music and listen to the lyrics, you can hear a lot of depression,
a lot of pain.
a lot of sadness.
There's a lot of pain. Yeah.
like
pain.
like there was a Cudi lyric that was playing through my head like all week, talking about like let's see here, I got 2 older brothers, 1 hood, 1 good.
Oh,
Independent
that's,
older sister kept me fly when she could.
Soundtrack.
But they all didn't see the little bit of sadness in me. I'm just like,
I've got some issues
man.
that nobody can see.
It just makes me so sad to hear it. So like, yeah, I can definitely understand like the love for Cudi because he just put out some amazing art and amazing work.
And in my opinion, one of like the first, even though I know he isn't the first, because like there are artists like DMX who were vulnerable, but just no one really noticed that he was being vulnerable. That's the weird thing. If you listen to DMX songs, he was being like, he was talking about mental health like before, like it was like popularized.
Yeah.
But like Kid Cudi, he was the first person I experienced that was like really being vulnerable about like mental health and things like that. But no, he's not the first to do it. But like the fact that I came across him at a weird point in my life, and then I just
It's timing.
yeah, it was definitely timing.
God's plan.
God plan, God plan. I put no effort in my beats. Sorry.
What we won't do is have us targeted because of your comments.
You can't. That's one
Hey,
you can't attack.
they're friends. It's okay.
Yes.
Cudi and Drake are friends.
How about you,
Oh
Keith?
man. Okay, so when I think about like next level, like one person who actually stands out is one person who I don't know if we were going to get to, but of course, Queen Beyonce. Like,
Proceed.
oh boy, you can't even
Proceed.
look. But no, listen.
Proceed.
So here's the reason why I say that, because like when she does stuff, so many follow what she does. Like her secret releases, as far as release date, the amount of effort that she puts into what she does, the performances that she does for each show. Like, just, I mean, whether she writes the music or not, that's a different
conversation.
That's a different conversation, but like the amount of energy that she puts into her tours, her releases, the track list, and how everything presents, like how everything plays out like a story, especially albums like Lemonade, just going through and you can feel the pain of each track, like that.
No,
that right there.
Listen, I would not ever lie and say
Drank, please. Sorry.
I would never lie and say that Beyonce is not good, not great. Like, she's legendary.
Yeah,
She has superseded the status of just being a pop star or an R&B artist. She is one of the greatest performers to ever touch the face of this earth. Yeah. Can't take that away from her. I think at the same time, I think my issue is always going to be her fan base. If anything.
The Beehive?
Yeah. Okay.
Like the fan base is just weird.
He feels
like,
attacked.
No. I mean,
the Beehive is
I'm not
like,
that deep.
I'm trying to figure out
but
what's more toxic, a Star Wars fan base or the Beehive. And they might be tied.
They're neck and neck.
They might be tied. It is what it is. And I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan.
You gonna have some messages.
Come find me.
God's plan. God's plan.
But I think in that same breath,
This
like,
is the last episode of the Blerd Podcast.
like I am Sasha Fierce. Like, her vision, regardless of whether or not she writes the songs, it's followed through. Like, pretty much through each album. do I always pick up a Beyonce? I'm past the point in my life where I listen to Beyonce on a regular basis. There was a window where like I was like, I relate to this irreplaceable thing for a second. And I was like, I don't think I should because I don't own a home.
Well, I think that's just like exposure plus when you're growing up, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, she was also played everywhere like during my college days, and you were kind of just like, Beyonce track is on. Single ladies with single ladies. It is what it is.
I mean, listen,
whatever gets the ladies dancing.
Yeah.
Provocative
or screaming.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how provocative this was, but it was enough because everybody could do it.
I'm just saying whatever gets them to the dance floor.
It's the simplicity.
Yeah.
You don't want to do something too complex, then people can't do it.
Yeah.
Then they feel alienated.
I mean,
you lose your fans.
Her lyrics are like a part of the overall vernacular of our generation. Like you can open up a door of like into anybody's home and it goes, "Who runs the world?" And if people know that answer, like, they might say like Putin, but they be wrong.
Wow.
And, it is what it is. I'm sorry,
Someone
Owen
will say
Wilson.
that.
I don't know.
I just
If
feel
you
like
live in Russia, like,
maybe.
This is the Blerd Bar. We're in Philadelphia.
It was a joke. It was topical. It was what it was.
Keith, you got anything else to say?
Not after that.
But to answer the question.
Oops. No, another artist who it's kind of weird how this one came about, and I feel at first I felt like really dirty about it, but like hear me out. So
is this about to get cut?
No.
No.
So Christina Aguilera. Okay.
Wait.
Dirty.
So
what?
So when Christina Aguilera's first album came about,
was that Stripped?
No, that's her second album. Her first one is
Isn't it just her name?
Just her name, yeah, self-titled.
Yeah.
So when her first album came out and her single for Genie in a Bottle came out, I was just like, meh, she's a cute girl. I had no idea she was the exact same age as me because she looked like she was 16. But then her single for What a Girl Wants came out, which is a completely different version than what's on the album. And I heard her voice and I was just like, whoa, there's something there. Like, this girl can actually blow. Like, so I went into a CD store, which no longer exist anymore. But this one,
FYE
in particular, was closing location. And they had her album for like $5. I was just like, man, I'm gonna pick it up. And after that, I was stuck. Like, really? I could not like the talent that she displayed. It was jarring. And so, like, I went from that to I was like, okay, this is good. Reflections from Mulan was on repeat constantly.
It was.
So then,
not the 2020 version. The OG.
Then we got to.
I said what I said. I stand by it.
We got to the album Stripped, and with all of the conflict that was going on between Eminem, Limp Bizkit, the whole Britney Spears thing, and like she addressed each and everything. Like it even went over a lot of people's head that she came at Eminem and actually won in a battle. Like what? Who was doing that back then? Yeah, and it was just like after that, I was just on, and then she released Back to Basics, where it was basically her ode to older generations like Aretha Franklin and Billie Holiday, and I was just like, yo, I'm sold. Like she can do no wrong from that
except
point
some
on.
live now.
Really? Everything you just said.
No, right? Right?
I didn't disagree with like. No, I mean she can't do what she used to do vocally.
I've never. So the last time I think I might have heard her sing live was during American Idol. Like it was like some. Oh yeah, The Voice. I'm sorry, one of those singing shows.
They're all the same,
right? Wherever she was a judge.
What you were gonna do is bring down the full force of NBC upon us.
You don't want that.
But like, yeah, I think that was the last time I heard her sing because like she was giving pointers to like one of the people who were like on stage, and she like did her thing.
No,
and it
when
showed
she
why
does
she's
it,
Christina
she does
Aguilera.
it. There's just moments where she's performed where, and everybody has these, but
Everybody.
more often than not, as of late, I feel like she fell off. That's just me. But I've only heard her tracks done on the new Mulan, and then like some live stuff, and I was like,
So she has a whole new album out. It's all in Spanish.
Oh yeah, I forgot she did that.
It is on point.
really?
Yeah.
I'll take a look. See, I will be completely transparent and say like I didn't keep up with her because I was just like, you lost me on this. And that's kind of, I'm sometimes fickle that way with music because I'm just like, yeah,
That's true.
you failed me once. I won't let it happen again.
But after so many years of greatness,
I won't let it happen again.
I mean, that's kind of like, someone being peaceful for 30 years and then
I will say that Hollywood. Failed her. You made the callback joke was so great. Come on, man.
That's funny.
You gotta commit to the end of the joke.
I'm just saying.
But it's wonderful.
Let the 5 fingers say to the face.
Another joke, topical. It's wonderful. To answer this question though, really quick. Don't fight me on this. 'Cause I know how y'all like to fight.
We've reached the end of the episode.
I know, right? My most like eye-opening, like mind-bending album was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That would be number 2.
Actually, that's pretty good.
That'd be number, that'd be number 2 for me.
That was a good one.
I would argue that that to me is the
still
best
listen to that.
produced album from anywhere.
Just music. Not even hip hop.
Like if you time traveled and tried to find a really great produced album outside of like Thriller, right, or like anything Quincy Jones
did,
has touched, it would be that. Like Runaway, I can put that on just the instrumental, and just like, or Lost in the World.
Yeah.
I have never disputed the fact that I believe Kanye is a genius.
No one can.
But
I mean,
the
appalled.
The curse of a genius is often that
Insanity.
Yeah, that.
I mean,
he's a Gemini.
And also like loneliness and like your brain goes where no one else's does, whether it be right or wrong.
It's just there. You're in a place.
There's a level of transcendence that happens that you're no longer on the same plane of like logic that anybody else is on.
Is that why he's able to hang out with like Elon Musk?
Yes.
Because
I am Walt Disney.
What you won't do.
That's what he said.
Yes, I know.
He did say that.
He said it. I am Picasso.
That's funny.
Sorry to cut you off, but you're
No,
saying
you're
why
good.
he gets to hang
But
out.
that's why, like, they exist on like different thought patterns. Elon Musk is another person, but we're not talking about.
I think
he's not music.
no.
yet.
He's not music
What
yet.
that came up to my mind because I think it was Pusha T was doing a interview with Charlemagne, and they were talking about his new album coming out, and like casually, as one does, Pusha was like, "Yeah, man, I was like doing this thing with like Kanye. We were at Elon Musk's house like to do recording, and like he just kept going. It's like, hold on,
Back up.
you like because like Kanye set it up, and like I was just like, wow, money knows money.
They've been friends for a while, but
that's dope.
I would say that album just musically, like if you strip away all the other stuff, right, like all the fluff of Kanye and like even the features on the album, like musically, that album to me was like is top tier.
Yeah.
Overall, and I go back and listen to that on a regular basis. Like,
Same.
Cool.
I don't ever have to listen to the lyrics. I could just be like,
no, I definitely listen to the lyrics.
I mean, the lyrics
Some
are
of them
also-
are just like,
some of them are great. Some of them are also like, what? What did you say?
Fucking Gorgeous. Gorgeous is probably lyrically Kanye West.
Best song.
lyrically top 3.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard him spit anything like that after 2010, ever.
That was his last great album.
Well, there's nothing that he put out that's good, but like
I wouldn't say great album.
I respect the hell out of Jesus.
What I won't do is bring down the full force of Kanye on this podcast.
We just going for everybody.
He might do it out of
That's
spite.
what we doing.
He might do it just because.
Right.
Real quick, I just want to say, like, it's awesome that you guys all gave that answer. My answers have nothing to do with any of that.
Was it James Brown?
No, because my thought was things that took it to another level is like things like Cowboy Bebop, where it's like I'm watching it and then it's like the music's playing and I'm like, oh snap, and like I go and get the OST for like Cowboy Bebop, or like Phantom of a Requiem has a nice OST. Samurai Champloo,
Inception,
dope OST, like where it's like the music literally. Encanto, right? Like it's like
Hamilton.
the music literally takes it to like that next level of like I enjoyed what's going on, but now like with this music, and that's usually what happens, and I kind of had that with how important is music when you're watching it. It's like if I'm watching a film and it's fine, but then like if it has like a slapping like a track, like I'm like
like Baby Driver. And that whole movie was designed around the or the music was designed around
Tron.
the movie.
What is
With Daft Punk.
No. Why are we?
I mean, for me,
What was the one that just came out last year? The Western.
Oh,
Guns Go Bang.
No.
Harder They Fall.
But Harder They Fall.
Harder They Fall.
Like,
With the
Harder They Fall.
Kid Cudi and Jay-Z track? That's hard.
The whole
soundtrack.
The whole soundtrack. The whole movie was just like
Controversial opinion. That movie put me to sleep.
well.
Wait.
Now it's time for so long.
Oh,
But we'll sing just one more.
When did we get to Am I Bugging? That was 3 episodes ago, bro.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You gotta go, bro.
I'm so sorry.
oh my god!
I tried. I really tried.
never.
I watched it twice. I swear, I tried. I tried so hard.
We're gonna go to the next question.
I love the whole.
and Justin can't.
Let me see if I can say this though.
Yeah.
All right, so
you're done. Like
Coco.
You can't answer the next question.
Coco.
Pixar.
Yeah,
Yes.
the songs from that.
Never inviting his man back.
I mean, they bring tears to your eyes.
Oh,
so
man.
that
Yeah.
will get you.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Don't say nothing.
I refused to watch Coco when it first released, and I don't know why. It wasn't like any particular reason, but I was also like, Pixar did Brave, and I was like, I'm not watching that. So then,
Yes.
and then Coco came out afterwards, and I was like, is this more of the same? I'm not watching this. And then got Disney Plus, so me and my wife were sitting there, and I watched Coco, and I was like, why did I wait?
Who's cutting onions?
Wasn't there another movie that came out near Coco that had the same aesthetic?
Book of Life.
The Book of Life.
Both are Disney.
Oh.
Both are Disney. But this was when Pixar and Disney were like,
We not the same.
We're not talking to each other. At the moment. We're on a break.
We're separated.
So, and that one just does not do justice.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
No, Coco, like the music is the heart of that
Yes.
movie. So,
It's literally about a musician.
it's about
Like-
like,
Yes.
you really can't go wrong with it.
Your eyes are tearing up right now just thinking
A little
about
bit,
it.
because like I've held my daughter while like Remember Me was on her. I was just like,
Oh,
I was like,
no,
man.
stop, because I'll
I
cry.
was like,
So here's a hot take. Speaking of things that we fell asleep on,
oh, it better not be Coco. That's fine.
It
was after
was.
like the 5th time you watched it, right?
no,
Right?
right. No,
Did you make it through the movie ever?
I like woke up and like finished the rest of like finish it out, but
Just
like
say you cried at some point.
no,
I'm not alone.
All right.
You're not allowed to talk. You are on timeout for like the next 5 minutes.
The OST's beautiful. Didn't it get nominated for some Oscars?
I'm no
Oh,
longer
goodness.
tearing up because I'm sad. I'm
I mean,
tired.
I didn't.
I'm tired of you.
Tired of your trash ass.
Okay.
What was the next question?
Who are some of your favorite artists and why? before you guys all go into it, I'm gonna say, for me, I think
Let's keep these answers a little short.
I'm trying to.
Just because we want to make sure we get everything.
Oh wait, then you know what? I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna switch it up. Name a time when you were unimpressed or disappointed with the music and media combination. For me, it was Yasuke and Flying Lotus, and RZA did a movie, The Man with the Flying Fist or something like that.
Iron Fist.
That starred him in it.
And I was like, this should be cool.
Should be.
This has all the workings and ingredients that like this should be dope. Same with Yasuke. But I was just like, meh. So that's me. Keith?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay.
You're gonna come back to me.
Big Dan got one in the chamber.
Y'all not
Justin-
gonna like this one, yo.
Am I
Do you-
allowed to answer?
I mean,
You allowed to answer this one. Go ahead.
you got 10 seconds and we cut your mic off.
Damn it. Wait, I'm gonna need you to repeat the question.
Name a time when you were unimpressed or disappointed with like the music and media combination,
Music and media combination.
or just music in general. Because I know that you guys.
Okay,
You guys are going heavy music.
In general. I would have to. That hurt. That actually hurt me here. I'm saying, like,
It was a joke.
the left side of
It
my
was a
body
joke.
went numb. Him
That's a
saying
joke.
I think I am. Weirdly enough, 444 by Jay-Z. Like, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Like, I love the album, but no. No. I got it. The Life of Pablo. The Life of Pablo by Kanye
That's a
West.
valid way to feel.
That's
For
That's a
some,
valid way to feel.
there is a weird relationship I have with that album. When it came out and all of like the press and the promo and just like the, Yeezy season 3 or whatever he was doing at Madison Square Garden, it was like the hype was insane. And then when you hear it, you're just like, whoa. And then with me, for some strange reason with that album, hence why I don't really listen to it anymore, every time I listen to it, I don't like it more. And so I don't want to hate the album. Because like obviously it's a Kanye produced album. It's great. Tons of features. Unique in its own way. It's a weird point in his life. In his career, in my opinion. But anyway, the more and more I listened to that album, I started not liking it. And I'm like, I don't want to hate this album because there are some key tracks that I'll always have on repeat, like Waves, and even Ultralight Beams. Like I'll always have them in some type of playlist. But The Life of Pablo, I think the hype got me to like it so much, but if there was no hype and I just listened to the album, like without even seeing all the promo for it, I would have definitely been like, oh, this is pretty mid. Like, it's like this is like a run of the mill. He just kind of pulled a bunch of like the sounds that were happening during that time. And I was like, I'm gonna do Kanye on it. That's it. That wasn't coherent.
Sprinkle some Kanye. Side note: Moon Knight is kind of mid. Go ahead.
That just angered your fans.
Wait, huh?
Moon Knight.
Okay.
I angered
All
your
right.
fans. You angered your fans.
I mean, we still have half the season left.
All right.
As of right now,
we'll review that in a different
All right.
podcast.
yes. As of right now, it's mid. Go ahead.
So, if we're just talking music, like, I love Anderson .Paak. I love Bruno Mars.
Oh no.
Yo, he's not about to say it.
When they put that album,
He's not gonna say it.
I was just like,
He's gonna say it on camera too.
I like it.
I just
But
saw
it is
them.
nowhere near as good as it should have been.
I saw them
It
in
was
Vegas.
nowhere near as good as it should have been.
I saw them in Vegas.
It should have been
was the
so
concert
much
good?
better.
So I would say, well, continue.
And not. I mean, don't get me wrong. I play the
am
album.
so
I play
worried.
the album. I do listen to the album. But my thing is like, it sounded. The album overall sounded like those montage music that they play in 70s movies.
Oh,
And then
my
they
God.
put lyrics to those.
Oh my God.
That's what it was to me.
That's so funny.
And
That's
I was just
Highly
like,
disrespectful, but
I was
also
just
very
like-
I'm
hilarious.
so concerned.
That's so funny.
I was just
That's
like,
a hilarious.
I was like, yo,
But it's
Anderson
like,
.Paak, I have all of your albums.
it's kind of true.
That is
All I
all
hear
those
is
albums are
One
amazing.
banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. La 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 la.
And then
You are disgusting. You need to leave.
Sir.
I guess we're all disappointed somebody. That's what we're doing. This is a disappointment episode. The same with Bruno Mars. I have each and every one of his albums.
That's so
Each
funny.
and every one of his albums, every single that he released, and I don't even buy singles.
You should never have asked this question because y'all are going to hate my answer.
Hold on,
Or your fans are.
real quick. Is
Yeah.
Silk Sonic kind of like and correct me if I'm wrong, but like when Click came out with like it had Big Sean,
music.
Kanye, everybody, and then it came out and I was like, that was cool.
Oh, Cruel Summer? The
Well,
album?
no, like that song.
Oh.
Because I didn't listen to anything. Because like that song was like that song came out and it was
Yeah.
like you heard the names and it was like,
Yeah, you're like,
oh, this is gonna be
whoa.
fire.
So
Yeah.
you're like,
And it was like
80% of DJ Khaled songs.
it was like good.
This song is.
Better like.
There's better songs than that on that
Right.
album. Yeah, for sure. And I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But that's so funny.
Yeah.
That description. It's like, don't get me wrong. I like seeing them live. It was an amazing performance. I can't fault them that at all. It was an amazing performance. But like, when I think about when I first listened to that album, you're kind of not wrong. They just put
He's not
lyrics.
bugging.
They put lyrics over a montage. That's so funny.
Okay, thank you.
That's
It's
hilarious.
nice to know that I'm not bugging.
Oh shoot! I gotta listen to it again now. On the way home, it's just about 30 minutes.
I mean, listen.
So hey, I'll listen to the
Is
full
it-
thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's
One
still a great
song.
album. It just should have been
777?
better.
Is it 77? No, the
That's
one.
the one.
Oh,
what's the one-
777. It's
Yeah.
They opened up.
No, what's
Vegas
the one
show.
that?
Not leave the door open. Skate.
Skate. That's the one
Skate.
I bang with.
Oh, no, I still love that song. I do like that song.
way up on.
It seemed generic, but
Very. The whole album is
But
like
still, the
almost
whole
a parody.
album.
The whole album is like a parody
It's
in
a
itself.
parody.
If you think
It's a
I
about it.
love that.
It
Everybody's
is.
like, oh yeah, definitely.
It is.
But it slaps though.
It does slap, though. It does slap.
Go see them live.
the Black Panther soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I'm-
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah.
very disappointed in that.
No, yeah, you're not
Okay.
bugging like that.
No, you're right.
I wouldn't-
You're right.
Especially when
I'm
I heard
by
Kendrick
myself.
Lamar was on that. Like, no.
There's
You know
great-
what though? You know what it is? Because even though it was Kendrick Lamar and it was Black Panther, that's under the house of Disney. So you're not gonna get.
You're not gonna get
Free
the slap.
reign.
You're not gonna slap like the big
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
Because my counterpoint to that would be look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That was
soundtrack.
beautiful.
That was
Well, because that's
amazing.
Sony. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Still though,
It's true.
That's Sony. Like,
But no,
that's-
because Sony, I would feel like gives a little bit more creative
Attention,
freedom.
yeah.
And it's like, and they're probably predominantly like.
and Sony also
yeah.
produces music
Yeah.
more than like
Sure.
like Disney goes through.
And Disney's
EMI, I
like,
think,
you
right?
I
have
mean,
to say
Nas was
this.
signed to Sony at one point.
I mean Michael Jackson,
So,
the Beatles.
yeah.
Like,
fair enough.
Anyway,
Damn, Black Panther.
I said what I said,
But I'm
and
the
I
only
know
one.
I
Everyone else agrees.
everyone here. I might see people in the comments.
Fireflies. Let us know.
Yeah. Do you have any more questions? I mean, this is
Oh, you really kept that short and sweet.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I
cool.
was concerned
Last question,
for my safety.
because we want to end on a positive note. Who are some of your favorite artists and why?
Let's not do the NY. Let's just list.
Wow.
Just for time's sake.
All right.
There's 4 of us.
Okay.
All right.
Or we can continue the why maybe
And maybe do a
maybe
Patreon.
do a Patreon. We'll see.
Keith.
Okay. Listen. Lucky Day.
Okay.
Great new artist. And
Yeah.
I'm loving everything that he's doing. Paired up with him, I really like Alex Isley. Alex Isley has an amazing voice, puts out great music. I'm a huge fan of the J. Cole's and Kendrick Lamar's. Anything that Dave Grohl touches, I love. So rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins, because like
know.
that's a hurt piece. I have more, but I'll be here all day.
Yeah, that's the thing. You asked me who my favorites are.
Top 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Off the rip, Kid Cudi, old Kanye. Oh man, The Weeknd, Code of the Friend.
Oh snap!
Code of the
We
Friend.
featured his
I see
music
the
in
pattern.
BNR.
You did.
I see the
Yeah,
pattern.
you got watch BNR, and maybe you would know that
Oh.
if you
Oh.
watched
I
the-
gave y'all like 3 views. How many times I'm kidding. I'm bragging about my 3 views.
Oh, we're about to call this a rap. That's what we're about to do.
Kid Cudi, Kanye, The Weeknd, Cole, Kendrick, Coda the Friend, John Bellion. That's another good one.
Yeah.
Logic, Jay. Just, yeah, list goes on. But who I've been listening to more recently, I'll just say it's been Denzel Curry. The new Red Hot Chili Peppers album.
He's interesting.
And yeah, I'm a Chili Peppers fan. And people roll their eyes at it. And then The Weeknd, Dawn FM. I've still been listening to that since January.
Oh goodness. Okay.
I'm still stroking out, man. Like, my left arm is still pretty numb.
I'm sorry.
I said that.
My favorites right now, John Bellion, obviously. I feel like I've been a day one fan, and I came in probably like during Human Condition, but
Yeah, I think I discovered him like 13 or 14, but really became a big fan in 16 when he dropped All Time Low.
And like I went back and like just watched him work. Like he actually did YouTube videos of like how his creative process and his music and like building the song from the ground up. And I was just like, I respect this.
He co-wrote Monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NF. He's like
I saw him perform.
yeah. He's just he's NF.
He's like emo rap.
Almost like
Yeah.
he's very honest about like his mental health.
Yeah.
Very transparent about it, and I think that's what I appreciate because I'm not that transparent, but my music is.
What you listening to, NF?
NF. Oh,
You're like, oh, okay, you fine?
Sad.
You good?
I'll talk to you later.
Be great.
Who else I have? AJR. They're on the other side of like alternative music. They're very like poppy and fun. At the same time, they're very like down to earth. I like them. I like the aesthetic that they have. Obviously the greats. Like I still go back and listen to legends on a regular basis, just because like you can't
Pay respects.
you can't like replicate it.
No.
Once it's out there, it exists. You know, I can listen to Michael Jackson all day. I can go back and listen to like Stevie Wonder and just be like, I guess it's gonna be a Stevie day. Yeah.
We could have a
we could have a
Patreon. We could have a Patreon on that one.
Real talk, on a regular basis, I listen to Cab Calloway. Like that name sounds foreign to some, but at the same time, like
Me.
It sounds familiar.
Minnie the Moocher would probably be his most famous song, but like we'll listen to a song. I'll put y'all on. I'm gonna put y'all on. And then last but not least, some of the new wave like nerd rappers. Yeah, I don't know if you ever like pay attention like people like Toby Lou.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
He has that one song like I Was Sad Now, or I was.
and you know, people like Abstract and things like that. I listen to them pretty regularly because they talk about like they make references to shows that I watch. Like, oh, he made a reference. He has a whole song about like Thundercat and all them. Like you know,
Thundercat.
They hear, and I'm like they talk about stuff the way I would talk about stuff, but they made songs about it. So I appreciate those things.
That's dope. For me, favorite artist. I feel like I have to say somebody black before I say the next person, so I'm gonna say.
You're like
I mean,
Meryl Streep.
Right, exactly.
We named a lot of black people. So.
But that's kind of the
I don't need people coming
intersectionality
to
of-
in
that's
my
the
comments,
intersectionality of,
right?
like, and, like, you know.
I really like Childish Gambino. I might not always agree with what he puts on the record, but I always appreciate the creativity that he brings to the record.
King Blerd.
Yeah, sure.
It is what it is. I mean, that's where we got it from.
Coda the Friend is like really dope. I really enjoy Rosalia. Who else? I really enjoy New Jabez, R.I.P. I think that's good for now.
Okay.
That's good for now.
You was really like fishing for these.
No, I wasn't. I knew them. I was just like, that's good. I just know it's not as Blerd heavy as people might expect.
Obviously, we all listen to anime intros and outros on a regular basis, but it is what
Shout out to Death Note, first season.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, yo.
I listened to it at the gym.
Full Metal Alchemist, again, by Yui. I just love it. I listen to it over and over again. Anyway, we have reached the end of this episode.
Yeah.
This was a great conversation. I feel like we could just have conversations sometimes. And yeah, if you listen to the podcast, then great. If you watch it, you might see something funny. You might see somebody's face that wasn't paying attention to the camera, and they made a face, and you can clip it and tell us about it. Anyway,
Probably me.
Tell the people where they can find you guys.
Yeah.
If you want to be found.
I'm in hiding now.
Yeah, it's private. Well, yeah, I still have the Instagram up. PTV_Plays, Pacify Plays. It's now like the official gaming channel. Whenever I do get around to gaming, so I mean that'll be soon. And yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. PTV_Plays on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Pacify Plays. I still have a whole bunch of stuff up there. Old podcasts, which I will be coming back to eventually. Eventually.
He's like J. Cole. He's like he retired, but he might.
Exactly. I'm just like
he's Jordan with the 4-5.
yeah. I'm just tired.
It is what it is, man.
But yeah, that's where you can find me. Yeah.
Okay, so we have the Muvioes podcast, which comes on every Wednesday, just about every Wednesday, unless, I warn you in advance. If you want to reach me, muviospod@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on Twitter, Muvioes Podcast. So, yeah.
You always got your handle in our descriptions and shout outs and all that.
Thank you.
Always fun to have you guys here, though.
Yeah,
one of these
this was
days,
fun.
Next season it should look a little bit different around here. So the aesthetic might change, but you guys are always welcome here at the bar. Just a few housekeeping notes. Like I said, this is our last episode before Questions from the Barflies, which we will be doing live this year. This season. So if you guys have any questions for us, just hop in the live. You can even ask us now. Good. So
on the spot.
Right?
I wasn't ready.
We'll be taking questions live, but we will also accept if you email us,
message us,
the blerdbar@gmail.com,
yeah.
Or ask us on our Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff. Yeah.
We'll probably hang out on that live for like a 45-minute window.
45 minutes.
And then, if you don't make it in time for that, we'll just ask ourselves questions.
Yeah.
And that'll be a thing. That'll be May 3rd at 9 o'clock.
Oh, at 9?
At 9 o'clock. What are you? Come see me. No.
It'll definitely be at May 3rd.
May 3rd, 9 o'clock.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Sleeping schedules, 9 o'clock.
Hey, 9 o'clock. Melatonin is strong. Anyway, I'm gonna hand out a quest item. If you made it to this episode, hand out a quest item. You're getting a throwback 2002 Walkman CD.
Fuzzy headphones.
Does it have anti-skip though?
It got anti-skip.
Okay.
And it even got a radio on it.
It got repeat.
Repeat and shuffle.
I like it.
So the one that you could program to cue it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
something good.
Just for your memories, for your travels.
How many points?
I feel like that's just give a question.
That's item. It. Just a question. Just a quest
item. Quest item. Because you love music, we love music. Don't listen to him. Whatever that was.
I like Guns Go Bang. That was a good song, man.
And as Big Dan always likes to say.
As Big Dan loves to say, because I say it everywhere now. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.